Hello guys, girls, welcome back to another video. In this video, I just want to talk about the things that I don't want in Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, in my prior videos, you probably already know that I don't want floaty combat because I think it's bad, awful, terrible, disgusting. Okay, enough joking, but basically I've compiled all the flaws that I feel like were in Kingdom Hearts, in the prior Kingdom Hearts games, and why I don't want them in Kingdom Hearts 3. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. So the problem with a frame rate dip in a Kingdom Hearts game is that you need to know when to attack an enemy. So in Phantom Aqua's case, is that when you go to attack her sometimes, the FPS just randomly dips, and then while you're in mid-combo at that, and then all of a sudden she is done being stunned, and then all of a sudden she's just doing her retaliation, which I find to be very, very, very annoying. And if this is in Kingdom Hearts 3, it will be very, very game breaking in my opinion, or boss breaking, balancing breaking in a sense too. So do I think this will be fixed when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out? More than likely, but part of me wants to say no because the PS4 is very limited in what it can do, so maybe keeping a consistent frame rate is its major flaw. And yes, I've been using the PS4 Pro for this boss, so I can only imagine how it is on a baseline PS4, but it's just very strange in the sense that this is like literally game breaking, or boss breaking I should say, and Square still hasn't fixed it. It could be that I'm the only one experiencing this, but I really doubt it since I have a PS4 Pro and a lot of other people have a PS4 Pro, and I haven't really seen anyone talking about this in particular issue, so hopefully it is fixed in Kingdom Hearts 3, but I don't understand why Square hasn't fixed it yet on 0.2. Hopefully they do one day though, hopefully. So KH2's major flaw is the fact that most of the worlds are flat when you go through like mostly any Disney world besides really Agrabah and one area in Port Royal or Pirates of the Caribbean, which the only exceptions are Twilight Town and Radiant Garden, especially with the Cavern of Remembrance. But remember, the Cavern of Remembrance was a final mix edition, so we didn't get that right away. Now this flaw might not be worth mentioning, but hey, it's still something I don't really want to see Kingdom Hearts 2 fall short of. I mean, we already seen gameplay. Yeah, it's nothing like Kingdom Hearts 2. The level design actually reminds me of Kingdom Hearts in a sense, so it was just something worth mentioning because that is something that did bother me in Kingdom Hearts 2 just in general. So because it was just essentially long as hallways that didn't really expand upon anything. In 3D, I will admit they did fix upon that. They actually took advantage of flow motion, which was really dope. So I can't wait to see what Kingdom Hearts 3 brings to the table. But again, I still feel like it was worth mentioning this flaw of Kingdom Hearts 2. So I'm not considered just a fanboy over Kingdom Hearts 2. Thank you very much. Being able to stagger bosses, and man oh man, the torture we've been through these last few years. So for some reason, I don't know why the Osaka team found it to be a great idea to take out staggering or revenge value and staggering from bosses, but man, oh man, we have suffered the last couple of years without able to stagger an enemy. Now they did re-add it in 0.2, and 0.2 technically is a demo of Kingdom Hearts 3, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that most of the bosses will be, you'll be able to stagger them. But then again, it's Osaka, and I swear, if I cannot stagger bosses, I'm going to cry. It's going to be very painful. Painful as that one dude from friggin' Dream Drop Distance. You're seeing gameplay of that now, probably. Hopefully. Overuse of invincibility frames. Now this might sound like a stupid flaw, but I still kind of feel like it's annoying to just consistently rely on invincibility frames to dodge certain attacks, especially red attacks, that you aren't able to block. And it's just something that I find takes away from the skill of the game. Now yes, you can do it in the certain area that you need to do it in, but it still like takes away the skill of like blocking per se like Sephiroth hits, even though I had to spam reflect because it's very inconsistent with the PS4 ports, but I digress. but it just kind of takes away the skill from it, you know, from like blocking particular attacks, like from Sephiroth, from certain data bosses, etc., or even Roxas. So I just hope they didn't overly rely on invincibility frames while blocking certain attacks, because that'll be a huge downer to me. So if you play 350 over 2 days, you'll remember that the quests were really repetitive. They added some things here and there, but with the FF15 side quests, they feel more rinse and repeating the same thing over and over again. I understand games have a hard time giving you new and interesting things to do throughout the entire playthrough, but making them feel the same makes them drag quite a bit. Though I really liked 350 over 2 days story, I still felt like the quest could have been better. Same thing with FF15's side quests. Oh, since we're on the topic of quests, let's talk about RNG quests like Secret Portals. And if anyone has ever platted Dream Drop Distance, you'll see a trophy named "Find all the secret portals in all the worlds." And you know how annoying it is? You know, like, I clocked in 60 hours in that game about, I think it's somewhere around there, just for the fact that those secret portals were so annoying to find. And just please don't have RNG quests in Kingdom Hearts 3. Please don't. I know the game's already made and stuff, but I swear, if there are RNG quests to plat Kingdom Hearts 3, that will be very, very, very annoying. Bad platforming now. In Kingdom Hearts 1, there was pretty terrible platforming, but I think in Kingdom Hearts 2, especially at the Cavern of Remembrance, they started getting how to use platforming with new and improved movement. But then again, this is the Osaka team, so I'm very curious to what they're gonna do. Again, 3D was pretty dope, so with in terms of level design and just movement altogether, even though flow motion is pretty spammy, but still is fun to move around in that game. But I just hope they have some really good platforming sections, because it does seem like there is going to be a little bit of platforming in the game. So we'll just have to wait and see. Excessive use of the same boss. Now this in particularly annoyed me in 0.2 because of the fact that the Tower Harlows would constantly spawn, and that's the thing that I didn't really get. You kill this thing 3 fucking times and it somehow still swoops up Aqua back into the Destiny Islanding, and then using all her energy, and then she gets swooped back in the darkness. You know, that was just very, very, very annoying in my opinion. Like, why did that need to happen? Why did this enemy need to keep reappearing and disappearing and after every time you attack, especially in the Zodiac fight? What is going on? And I do understand that this is a demo to Kingdom Hearts 3 technically, so I can understand why they reused the same enemy, but still, it was very annoying in my opinion, the overuse of it. So hopefully we don't see the overuse of an enemy in Kingdom Hearts 3, hopefully, but we'll see. Better exposure to Disney worlds. Now this one's a big one because in Birth by Sleep you weren't really a part of the world like you were in the prior 2 games, like Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 1, where the characters had good interactions with each other. Now in Birth by Sleep they just completely threw that in the garbage. Same thing with Dream Drop Distance, threw that in the garbage. Same thing with Days, but that's excusable because you're an organization member not really trying to, you know, have a heart and be a nobody. But I'm hoping that doesn't fall up in Kingdom Hearts 3. I definitely hope that they realized what they did was bad, very bad, and they actually have these characters be friends. Like, Sora actually cares about them and talks about them in certain instances, or whatever else. Well, we can also already see that with the ending, or secret ending, to 0.2 when Sora talks about Hercules and whatever. So maybe they fixed it already. Hopefully, I hope that's not like Birth by Sleep at all. I know I'm saying I hope they fixed it already, but the game's already done, so hopefully it's just not like that in Kingdom Hearts 3. I hope it's not that awkward like it is in Birth by Sleep in the Disney worlds matter. So tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. What were your flaws with some of the Kingdom Hearts games that have come out in the recent years? Very curious to what your responses are. With that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.